All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Johnny live stream. Just getting set up here. Let me get this text to speech program running here. Currently in Youngstown, Ohio, right now. Going to be heading back to Columbus, Ohio. So, all right. Cancel that. I think we're up and running on this. Make sure the volume's up. All right. I actually am in a personal vehicle right now and not a semi truck. So, I cannot play the text to speech through my car speakers, so I have to use a headset. So you probably won't get to hear your guys' questions and comments on here. Just give you a heads up on that. Let me get my glasses cleaned up here. All right, I think we are ready to roll here. Looking a little rainy out here. Not sure if it's going to rain or not. Gonna head on down Interstate 80 here. Gonna be heading westbound on my way to Columbus, Ohio. So I do start my new truck driving gig next Monday. So I'll be back on here Sunday. Let me see, Sunday, August the 2nd with the live stream while I'm driving a rental car to my new gig. So pretty excited about it. I'm gonna be running all 48 states. So should get up to out on the West Coast and probably out to the Pacific Northwest, I'm sure, when it's snowing. So I'm not looking forward to that part of it, but I'm looking forward to just about every other part of it. So if you're just joining in, my name's Johnny Dangerously. I'm an American truck driver. I've been driving over the road for almost 20 years now. Currently in Youngstown, Ohio, on my way to Columbus, Ohio. Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the live stream. Currently in my personal vehicle right now. It's only about 80 degrees out, but I have no air conditioning in here. It broke a few years ago, and I drive my car so little, it just didn't seem worth it to take the time or spend the money on getting it fixed. Now I kind of wish I would have. Oh, thank you. I'll definitely be safe out here. All right, get on Interstate 80 right now. We're going to run this over to Interstate 76 and then pick up Interstate 71 South. So I was up here for the weekend in Youngstown visiting some family. My youngest brother's birthday was on a Friday, so got to hang out with him for most of the weekend. Got to see a bunch of friends I haven't gotten to see in a long time. So now it's back to Columbus, Ohio to get ready to leave out to go start my new driving gig next week. So if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Once I do resume driving, I should be doing the live streaming a good 3-4 times a week. I do put a lot of other short videos, long videos up as interesting stuff happens out here. And we're coming to a stop. I'm going to put my four-ways on. I always like to put my four-ways on when highway is coming to a stop. We got 2 lanes closed up here. What in the freaking crap is this? Oh, this sucks. I could have totally got on the highway further down up here. So I put my four-ways on to let people know behind me that traffic is extremely slow or stopped. It's just an easy step to take to protect yourself from getting rear-ended by someone going 70 or 80 miles an hour. So once there's a few cars behind me, I turn the four-ways off, which I've already turned them off now. So hello, welcome to the live stream. I don't know they got signs up, so I imagine they're doing construction here right now. So it's I don't know how they're gonna make Interstate 80 one lane during the day like this, but pretty ridiculous. Yep. Hi, Lily. Welcome to the live stream. So we're going to try to hang out with y'all for a couple hours this afternoon. We'll be back on here probably Sunday afternoon. I got to drive from Columbus to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and go start my new driving gig. I've been off work for pizza? I had some pizza over the weekend. But yeah, I've been off work since I think I got home July the 8th. I quit my previous job before I even had another job because it was truly that bad. So I just couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, I had some great pizza too, so it was pretty spectacular. And there's like so much bad pizza out there. You really gotta seek out the super good stuff, and I got a spot. Oh, this is absolutely frustrating. Why the heck they got two lanes closed right here on Interstate 80 in the dead smack middle of the day? This is going to take so long to get through. Well, I was trying to make it back down to Columbus before rush hour. Hey, John, welcome to the live stream. Hi again, Lily. So currently on Interstate 80, just outside of Youngstown, Ohio right now. Just technically Girard, McDonald, Weathersfield right now. I grew up around these parts, so I've been down in Columbus for about 15 years or so. And I definitely took the wrong way out of town this morning, or this afternoon. Oh my goodness. So it looks like the two left lanes are closed ahead here. I'm going to be getting off the highway, probably right around the point where all the lanes do go down to one. So but it's going to be in bad shape for getting through Columbus now. I got to go to about 30 miles south of Columbus. I get stuck in all kinds of rush hour going through there now. Well, there's finally the sign closing that far left lane, coming up in about 1/10 of a mile. Oh, I should have gotten off that last exit and detoured around this mess. Hindsight 2020. All right. Got one lane closed. Now I gotta get the other lane to the left closed here. Probably gonna slow down even more. Well, another 5 or 10 minutes, I'll be out of this, hopefully. Probably about a best case scenario at this point. I'm used to stuff like this in Indiana, not Ohio, so a little disappointed in Ohio for shutting 2 lanes on Interstate 80 dead smack in the middle of the day. Even down towards Columbus, they only really do this stuff like this overnight, so I'm not sure what in the heck's going on here. Well, if you're just joining in, my name's Johnny Dangerously. I'm a truck driver in the United States, over the road. I've been driving for almost 20 years now. Actually, in my personal vehicle right now, in between truck driving jobs. Start a new one next Monday. So just stuck in this bullshit construction zone and just outside of Youngstown, Ohio here. On my way to Columbus, Ohio. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Once I get up and running at my new gig, I try to come on 3-4 times a week at least, doing a live stream. I do post a lot of other short videos, long videos, as interesting stuff happens out here. And there is a lot of dumb stuff that happens out here. So I've only made it about 3 or 4 miles down the road so far in the last 20-some minutes. Trying to make it to Columbus before rush hour, but this is going to absolutely destroy my plans for that. So I'll probably lose another 20-30 minutes by the time I make it down there. But it's a Monday. It is Monday. So I do have a text-to-speech program. Big truck, I have it play through my truck speakers or whatever. I got to use my headset today because my car's too old for Bluetooth. So no, right, we got to be about less than a mile away from where this exits, and hopefully we'll get some lanes back here. Fortunately, the air conditioning's broken my vehicle, so got to ride with the windows down. 80 degrees out today, so it could be a lot worse, but it's still not great when you're going 5 miles an hour. So currently on Interstate 80 right now. I'm going to be getting off to, I'll be breaking off at Interstate 76, maybe 5 miles up here. I'm going to run it over to Interstate 71, take it south, head down to Columbus. I think the lane to my left is closing right now. That's why we're still going down to one lane on I-80. Shizo Pete. See what this sign says here. State Route 11 South closed. .46 South to 80 East detour. What an absolute cluster F. All right, looks like we cleared the traffic on the left now. That lane's going to close. Hopefully we can start increasing speed here. Yeah, I should have went around and got on the highway up here in about a mile. Would have saved me this misery. Well, I think probably lost about 20 minutes altogether for this quagmire here. Well, it's like the construction vehicle is trying to, well, I thought he was going to try and exit, but maybe he's just dropping that piece of construction equipment over there. Well, there's the construction. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Well, I think they got construction on this next stretch for a few miles too, like a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. So just can't seem to get the hell out of town this morning. So yeah, I could have solved that if I never would have came here in the first place. So. All right, at least we're moving now. Oh, I got the smell of fresh asphalt in the air right now. I don't know why. I love that smell, but I do. But my throat doesn't. Well, almost drank my entire 24-ounce cup of coffee in that last 7 miles stretch, pretty much. So this neck of the woods, we got speeding ticket cameras and stuff everywhere. They have to be manned by a police officer, so a lot of times the bridges going over the highway, you'll have cops up there with speeding ticket cameras. Have several communities that do it in and around the area that I'm at right now. So as long as you keep it less than 10 miles over the speed limit, you won't get one of those, but little tip about those is just don't pay it. So they say they'll put on your credit report, but the credit reporting agencies won't allow it. So Just don't pay those speeding ticket cameras in Ohio, so speeding tickets you get from cameras in Ohio. All right, speed limit 60 now. Let's go ahead and increase. Should be coming out of this construction here really, really soon. So if you're just joining in, my name is Johnny Dangerously. I'm a truck driver in the United States, over-the-road truck driver. I've been driving for almost 20 years now. Getting pretty close to about 2 million miles worth of driving in a big truck. So in my personal vehicle today, I just went up to Youngstown for the weekend, see some family on my way back to Columbus, Ohio right now. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do try to come on 3 to 4 times a week at least with live streams when I am driving. Do have a text-to-speech program so I can communicate with you guys when I'm going down the highway. All right, 70 mile speed limit. Yeehaw, let's go. I do post a lot of other short videos, long videos and stuff as interesting stuff happens out here. So, in between driving gigs now, start to do one next week. So as soon as I get back up and running, hopefully it won't be too long until I'm doing those live streams pretty regularly again. Uh-oh. Well, my camera just fell, so bear with me a few minutes. I get pulled off and get that fixed up again. Back up. Let's see how long this lasts. Monday is living up to its reputation today. All right, got the camera hung back up. We're out of the construction now, so hopefully I can put a dent in some of these couple hundred miles we're gonna do. Yep, going over Lake Milton right now. That's a fun recreational area up in these parts here on the weekends and stuff. You see lots of boats and jet skis and all that good stuff out there. A lot of pontoon boats and everything. So, I grew up not maybe 20 miles from here, and I don't think I've ever been there for any recreation. So. But every time I drive past, it always looks like a lot of fun. There's tons of people out on the water on the weekends and everything. So.